challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Ryan's his big tight end. Across the 50-yard line on a huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Let's talk for just a minute here about Utah. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Sixth play of the drive coming up. The give out of the gun. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on third down. And the Utes will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Mismatch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the memory.
It's a ball on the play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
What a real good job by the defense defending the RPO. I got to defend the run. I got to defend the pass. Make the QB take off and then get a stick on him. Play physical. Got him to cough up the football. Great job by the defense playing their responsibilities and forcing the turnover.
Zips it out to his man. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them. We saw a great effort from this play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Bears line it up with a 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. He's got the tight end. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the house. The extra point is blocked. He picks it up. That's a high ball. The 50. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. He takes it all the way back for a defensive 2-point conversion.
How about the job by this field goal blocking? They didn't take the play off. They get penetration, get their hands in the air. You never know what's going to happen. It takes a good bounce. Next thing you know, you're scooping it up. You're taking it the other way and putting 2 points on the scoreboard.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football.
Breaks it again. And it's a 1st down. Market at the 44.
I'm not a second-half offense, but you can generate explosive plays by running the football. You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Utes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
Down. They go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting with that now. It opens up play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here we go, here we go. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by
this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Now on second down. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. He leaves it with his back. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. The Utes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So the kickoff team is out there ready to put it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on the first down, man, you are doing just that.
Give to the running back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Not much running. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back from the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, to never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to bring a tackle. Keep swarming, keep hitting him. Next guy, don't assume the tackle's going to be made.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
The defense just simply not fooled by the crash. And oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fix going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Mason, really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking for a productive play on first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Oh, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
This is why Rice-Eccles is one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. They'll bring him down just outside the 25 and the 26, certainly well within field goal range. Let's see if they choose to go for it here. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker cannot
touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the air on first down. Using the quick game. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Utes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go back to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Utes will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. That ball is wide in the backfield. The defense picks it up. He almost popped down there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take it. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now for this team. I think for this small ball on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploring.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It can happen. Those guys go emotionally. I got to understand safety's got to see that and start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Working the middle, it's complete. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Got it in the middle, it's locked. And he'll hold it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Illinois is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Jeff George should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Purdue. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Takes the grab. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. And the Utes will hustle to the line. try to get it off quickly. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on first down. They're working that left side. Good, solid pickup on that when they got it out to the 40 and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. And they exploited that soft spot to get down to the 35. Offense getting set for first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Throw for the end zone. Great ball right at the goal line.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Makes the grab. It's Bob. Down at the 16-yard line, and they're threatening to score in the waning moments of the half. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
That was incomplete. I'm okay with it. I'm the offensive coordinator. I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Looking to go up top at times, running out the half. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Soft spot in the middle. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Utes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback. Then you're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz offense in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
He'll try it again. He's in open space downfield. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to the...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays. He is not cooperating with this offense's game.
The Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be running to themselves. This offense go try to run the ball again.
Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, that's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, lead the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. Those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play. And the big fella needs nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Throwing right. He got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Baylor! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. And the Utes want to pick up the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Bears! The defense putting points on the board.
game-changing play for this defense. Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Wake Forest is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but look at that score. This is a close game. They're up by 4 over Virginia Tech. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They'll start this drive going to the air. On target. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. The Utes can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. And now on second down for this offense. On the run, it's Robbins. Good surge up front, giving 4 out to the 18. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him. And he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
And the Utes want to move quickly.
How about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage.
Oh, he's got it! He's now up to 83 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Music now. Here we go. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
They go to the ground. Breaks the tackle.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocking, a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's speed. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. We're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field. But the run game has not been the problem today.
The Utes with the 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. It's complete to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick six. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. And the Utes are threatening on 1st and goal.
Let's go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now, but it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Now they'll run it to the right here. At the 35, he's got room. There he goes. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
Motion from the wideout. They'll give it to the back. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver? It might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll immediately call timeout. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. From the gun, the ground game. Drives into the defense, and they get it down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Motion from the wide receiver. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
On that RPO, the QB's just trying to keep it himself and see if he can get the first down, but nothing doing. He wasn't able to spring free, just too much speed defensively, and now it sets up 4th down.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He's got him, and they're able to get him down.
deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
The Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward.
He's looking deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they got it at the 42.
Maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
And the Utes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the gun, the running back looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive.
Let's go.
Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Utes in the hurry up.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to.
And he's got it inside the 35. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. The run from the shotgun. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand. So
Breaks into the open. Got enough space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
He's out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Maybe another step, another block, and he gets more, but the offense will take over there. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. quarterbacks are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Turns it on at midfield. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Second down coming up.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about this game.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
One guy up front loses his focus, and it leads to that sack. And it's unfortunate because they had all 11 guys on the same page these last two drives. Obviously scoring a touchdown the last timeout, and really doing a nice job even on this drive of moving the football. And then it comes to that one critical third down, one guy not doing what he's supposed to do, and now you're set up in 4th and long, and it looks like they're going to have to punt.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Wide receiver going in motion. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Punch it out of the air. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slam.
From the gun, the running back has it.
And he just refused to go down. Did you see him break all those tackles? That was unbelievable. You saw the power and the speed, but also just the will and desire to make those guys miss. That's impressive.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Bears can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Finds the tight end. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing.